Do you want to build something else than those boring and simple roofs? Well, I've got the solution for you. I'm gonna show you 5 ways on how to build a roof. Alright, so the first roof we are building is one especially good for if you have thin buildings and if you want a really high roof. So as you can see, I already built it like one part, and every time I'm going like 3 up. So 3 up, 1 inside, 3 up, and then 1 inside. And then I went 1 inside and then once again in the middle, 3 up. And to show you how it looks like from the other side without the stairs, I removed them to make it easier. So this is the beginning to start with. Obviously you have to do this on both sides, so I will build this one on the other side, like just the same one, 3 and then 3 on the inside. And you can like play with it. You can use 3 or 2 or 4 up. It depends on you. This one is kind of big, but it's like the model you would like to use. So for this one I'm using like a really tall roof, really big roof. And of course you just finish it up with some bricks and rejoin the other side. Then after that we'll use some other resources, like I like the wood a lot, because I think that the roofs looks at the best, like medieval roofs, when you use like wood. The reason why I'm building like inside is because I will do something afterwards. You'll see in a moment. Now you just finish it all up, fill it all in until the other side, and now I will show you basically, once I'm done with this, what I mean with what I'm going to do. It's really easy. Now all you have to do basically is just place randomly logs everywhere. Just mess around with it. Drop them 2 high, 1 high, just like that. And after this I will use some slabs to just make some difference, because now it's still a little bit blocky and want to play a little bit with the roof. So this one is kind of a messy roof, and I think it looks better in Minecraft to play with the shapes and make things rounder or less squarey than they used to be. So basically I will just fast forward this until it's all done, and after this you can use even stairs if you want to make it a little bit different as well. So now what we're missing is just the top. The top is still like really flat, and what we want to do is to make it less flat. So we want to make like a little curve to play a little bit with it. And yeah, and a roof just looks better in my opinion like this, especially for a medieval roof if you're building it. And then the most important thing is the point of the roof. Now I was just messing around with this, but you can obviously make it different as well. Just build it even further away to make like a bigger overhang, and that was what I was doing here. Just building like a little bit of overhang, and it will look like this, just like a nice and simple roof, and looks good to the eye. And then basically what you have to do afterwards is just place the corners some stairs to just round it all up, and that's all. And that's your first roof. Obviously by following the first step of the frame, like you use from the bricks, you can just start over and just continue the row and just place the blocks just like this. Really easy. It's a cheap way to make a roof. Now it's a little bit too tall for it, but you can use that for less tall buildings. But in my opinion it works as well. It's not as beautiful as the first way I showed you, but it still works. And if you want a more modern house or something, that's how you do it basically. So there you go. You got your roof, and then just to see a little bit the difference, that's the other side of it, and that's the other side. Alright, this design is actually one that I use for my how to build a medieval house tutorial, so if you want to, you can check it out. I was using this for like bigger buildings, like that are big on the sides, not small like the other one. And basically all you do is just placing some logs and rejoin the other side, overhanging it with 2 logs on the back and the front, and on the side you just overhanging it with just 1 log, and that's all. After this you just take some spruce wooden stairs. The reason why I'm using spruce wooden stairs is to blend the colors more like with the oak logs, because it kind of looks like the color of the oak logs. It's a little bit different, fortunately enough, otherwise I wouldn't use them. But then afterwards you just place the slabs on top of it, and to rejoin both of the sides, and then you just make an overhang. How you make it is all up to you, but I like to make this one because I kind of like the looks of this one. I just use it for the other roof as well. But I feel this one is kind of good. And here I was just messing around and I didn't really know how I did it, but that's basically how I did it. I feel like when I'm looking at it right now that it's a little bit too high. It's not really going well with the building. Alright, this technique is actually a technique that you can blend in with any roof you're building. It's just adding a lot of detail to it, which I really like it to it. I've already built one structure on the side, but now I'm rebuilding it to show you guys. It's far from being perfect because it's too close to each other. As you can see, I'm using like on the left side the same cobblestone pillar thing, however you call it. So yeah, it's just to show you something. Obviously it's not far from perfect. I would use this on yeah, tall building as well, but like a little bit bigger on the sides, because this one is just coming out like 2 rows and that's it. And it looks good, but it could be better. So basically now what I'm doing is just doing things, building like a nice window weaving in the roof, because sometimes, you know, people live in the roof as well. I mean, that's part of the building, and if you place there a window there, it adds a lot of detail, so I really like it. So now we're just like messing around with it, and I was like, yeah, the oak wood is like not blending in with the backside, but that was because it's like just a tiny, it's all close together. If there was more space in between, it would look better. So even now it's looking okay, but it could be even better. But it's just to show you that you can as well use such things to improve your roof as well. And it's a great thing to do. So you can blend it in with the first thing I did or the second thing I did on the video. And then basically what I did here is just to rejoin the other side, actually, because it needs to be one part on both of the sides. At least that's what I'm doing. I just built like a little chimney thing, but it doesn't have to look like a chimney. It just looked like something, just a little detail. You don't have to know what it is. And now I was just like placing those points because it was more blending in with the roof like this. And obviously if there was more space in between, it would be even better. So as you can see now, I just like rejoined the things and made things, but I could have improved it even better, because now there's like no texture really in the roof, because I just left it at a scratch, just like the squarey blocks. But just by placing those things in front, it adds a lot of texture, and you don't need a lot more. But it should be even better if you did. So that's it for the fourth roof. This one is kinda hard to make it yourself, but I still want to show it to you. It's made for more round buildings, so I'm not using it for a square, as you can see. I'm just placing the logs like right away on the pillars and the walls. Afterwards what I'm doing is that I'm focusing on the sides, really the sides and not the corners, if you catch what I mean. So there I'm placing stairs to make the overhang just over there. And then after this I'm still focusing on like the sides, and that's what I'm going to do all the time. So I'm placing like stairs inside, and then you have to keep in mind that it's going like up, and it's going to be like across, something like this, that is rejoining until the top. So now what you have to keep in mind as well, you'll see later, is that every time you place a stair you have to place a block just behind. So that's easy, because then you know how to continue the building. And afterwards I just place like the stairs, and once again like in a cross, then you just, every time you place a stair you place just a block just behind, and on the sides as well. So you get like a shape like this, and now you know how to continue from there. That's how I remembered how building those things. Then afterwards you just go with stairs facing towards it as well, just to cover up the sides. You do that on every corner. There I missed one, so yep, there we go. And then once again you just place the blocks just on the side of the stairs to hide the little open area, and you'll still have a cross, as you can see. And then afterwards just place some blocks, you'll still keep the cross, and from there you just basically make it taller and taller. So now I was just looking around because I didn't really remember how to do it, but it's really easy. Just place some stairs like this, and then one block just right afterwards. Like I said to you, every time you place a stair you place just one block afterwards, and at the end you have to have like a little cross like this. Then you can build 2 up and then place a slab or whatever on top of it, and then a couple stairs to rejoin the point. And as you can see now I'm just placing like the slabs to give it a little bit more accent to finish like the last things I haven't. And you'll see that it will, like, you can clearly see that it's really rejoining each other and not really the corners. The corners are more like inside, and the sides of it, however, are more like in a cross coming together. And now as you can see I just saw that I needed to place these stairs, and then that's it. Then you get like a nice little roof. It's more for like small buildings, as you can see, but you could as well use it for a bigger one, but then you have to mess around with this stuff because it would be really tall otherwise. Alright, and now that we are finished, I just wanted to give you like a quick look on how the building could possibly look like. Well, I haven't finished it all up, but it was just to give you a quick view for the front and the side, to give you a better feeling of what a roof could do and add to a building. So for my part it just looks fine, even if it's far from perfect. So if you did like this episode, guys, I would really appreciate it if you left a like, a comment, or subscribe if you're new. So for the time being, I say goodbye.